What is up, everybody? Ray and Brennan back again with another episode of Franchise Tag Fantasy Football. This time, bringing you the NFC South and the wrap up to this what feels like long, arduous series. That we do this every season, and then it's a super cool idea, and then at the end of it, we're like, look, we'd like to get some cooler topics. Brennan, we do have some cooler topics, don't we?
I would hope so.
I'm telling you, some heaters in the upcoming weeks. Make sure you guys, while I still have you, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share. Help us grow the brand. Help us pay the bills, because we need to pay the bills. And then make sure you guys check out our friends over at Fantasy Football Advice Forum.com. They're doing some cool stuff over there, chopping it up, talking about some real fantasy football things. You want to find a league, you want to help yourself, get your starts and sits, get in there, chop it up with us. We'll be in there talking to you guys. So really cool forum, really cool dudes. Definitely a cool place to be. Brennan.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to just jump right into this? You want to
let's do it.
Just hop on the raw bone, huh?
Yeah, so we're doing the NFC South today, and the team who finished last in that division is the Atlanta Falcons from last year. Their current win total is set at 8.5, though. I'm on the under. I will explain my reasonings why, but I think it's a little overdrawn for me.
You said 8? 8.5?
Yes.
Oh, I'm definitely on the under for sure.
Yeah. So let me explain why I think Vegas is leaning towards this way. They're all in on Desmond Ridder being their QB1 this upcoming season, and that's a little bit worrisome for me. Some people think they just need him to be viable, and they'll be fine. I can see why Vegas has this line so high. They made some really great free agency additions along with the draft and getting the best running back of the draft and probably the past, I would say 5 years. They drafted Bijan Robinson. Their last 3 first-round picks have been Pitts, Drake London, and now Bijan. Again, Ridder will have zero excuses on not performing this season. He's got a full offseason, and this team should be primarily run-heavy. This team is pretty difficult at finding a value pick, so to speak, but Drake London at the end of the 5th, beginning of the 6th is value, in my opinion. I expect him to lead the team in targets and take another big step this upcoming season.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting season for the Falcons, and I think that there's a lot of value could be had on this team. You have Drake London out there. You have, I think that Bijan Robinson is being criminally underdrafted at not being the RB1, but that's just me. That's personally me. Kyle Pitts has fallen pretty hard. If Desmond Ridder does anything better than Marcus Mariota, all these pieces have to be better. You know what I mean?
Yes, I agree.
But I would say Drake London is a guy that I kind of like coming into the draft. I'm kind of buying into the hype. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I think he could have 1,000 yards this year, and you got him pretty late, and be like, I feel better about it. So,
yeah, I think I see him as a middling receiver 2 at his ceiling.
Yeah,
but most likely just an end of receiver 2 category. But yeah. I mean, look, Marcus Mariota was throwing ducks everywhere, and I'm not talking about the quacks from out in Oregon. He was just throwing ducks. I hope somebody hits the comments, and that was pretty funny. I really hope that. I really laid that one out there.
Ultimate dad jokes for sure.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah,
that's what I'm here for.
No, I think if Ridder just does just slightly better than Marcus Mariota, then this team becomes viable across the board. And for most of my leagues, my big money leagues, it's 3 wide receiver sets. So if Drake London can be a viable wide receiver 3, or even your flex play, you'll be happy too. So
that's where I'd love him. That's where I would be interested.
Yeah,
who we got next, Brennan?
The next team is the New Orleans Saints. Their current win total is set at 9.5. So I'm on the over.
I am also on the over.
I think this is the 10-win team. I think they win the division here. This division is, in my opinion, the most up for grabs, and I think the Saints, I feel like they did the most to secure that this offseason. They signed Derek Carr to a pretty hefty contract. It finally fills that void they've been looking for since their time in a Breeze. I think Carr can definitely make everybody in this offense very fantasy relevant. They also have very good sneaky signing of Jamal Williams, who should see some serious reps depending on the length of the suspension for Alvin Kamara. I think the best value pick is Chris Olave, and mainly for full PPR leagues. I think he could easily be a wide receiver 1. He's typically going around that mid wide receiver 2 area, and I can see him putting up better numbers than guys like Higgins and Devontae Smith.
Ooh. Ooh, I like Devonta Smith. Let me tell you, I like him a lot coming into this season. But Chris Olave, I'm all in. I'm all in. He did it with just some of the worst quarterback play I can remember that didn't come out of New York. Like, Andy Dalton looked god awful. And that's crazy to think. Like, Andy Dalton wasn't that bad in Cincinnati. What happened?
It just falls off. You get older, slower, everything else like that. He was viable with him and AJ Green back in the day. But I think Derek Carr is obviously a way better upgrade. I think Chris Olave could easily be wide receiver 11 or 12. I can see him, having more points than Higgins and Devonta Smith. It's not crazy to think about it if he gets over targeted.
Absolutely, I agree, and I'd like Derek Carr as well as a sneaky back of the draft kind of guy. Again, we were talking about it in the last episode, but if you got Anthony Richardson, I think a good pairing would be Derek Carr. He's always been, that quarterback 13, 14. He'll be there.
The fringe.
Yeah, he's always been right there, and maybe this is it. Maybe the Saints were it. The change of scenery, that was it. Maybe,
He's definitely thrown some shade at the Raiders organization with his comments previously this week. I think it was pretty funny. So he's definitely very happy where he's at. So
yeah, I mean, like, I agree with him though. I mean, they bench him week 14 for what?
Yeah,
let the guy finish his career where he started it. You know what I mean? Like, have some respect. But Nathan Peterman did make a name for himself right then and there.
yes, he did.
I'm surprised that, like, another team didn't give him a call. Maybe he might end up seeing some playing time in Denver. Who knows? What if Russ comes out looking like he did last season? Nathan Peterman might see himself on the field.
He might. He really might. So the next team I got is the Carolina Panthers, and the current win total is set at 7.5. So, Mr. Ray and the short king hater yourself, where do you have this team?
4 wins.
Oh God! Come
4
on.
wins.
4 wins. You can't be serious.
4 wins, maybe 5 at most.
You can't be serious.
I'm absolutely serious. I do not believe in the Panthers right now. They have an aged receiving core. They have a running back that can't stay healthy. They have a quarterback that is 5'1". I don't believe.
This is unreal. It's just blasphemy what I'm hearing. Look, this team went all in and acquiring the number 1 pick in the draft and trading 3 first-rounders and DJ Moore, but they got the best quarterback prospect in the draft from Bryce Young. They made some decent signings, nothing crazy that stands out to me, but Thielen, DJ Chark, Hayden Hurst, and then signed Miles Sanders to come to some decent money, so he should be slated as our RB1 for the next couple seasons. Finding value in this team was very easy for me. I love Miles Sanders this season, and getting him basically the end of the 5th, going to the 6th is value, and a team that will probably lean on the run game to help their rookie quarterback.
I like Miles Sanders coming into this season. I think that, like, his ADP has injury baked into it. I think it does. He's never finished a season. He's never finished a season healthy. But maybe this might be the different year. Who knows? I also would think that Adam Thielen would have some sort of worth, but I don't know where he's going right now. I couldn't remember. I think it's like the 9th or 10th or something like that.
He is going
wherever it would be. I would
127.
127?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so he's 10th, 11th.
Yeah.
The 10th round. I think that he has some value. If you're a rookie quarterback, who are you going to look to the most? It's going to be your veteran receiver that knows how to get open in space.
All right, I'm done.
No, you should be done. Stop it. You heard one dad joke. You wanted to jump on the train. It's not working. Cut it out. Take a lap, Brennan. Take a lap. Someone please drop in the comments how much they hate him. Please, I'm begging you.
Dude, where's DJ Chark all the day?
Stop it. No way. That's pretty much all I have for the Panthers, honestly.
That's what I have for them. So the next team was the divisional winner and Tom Brady, long gone team. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the current win total set at 6.5. I have the under. If you're starting Baker Mayfield, you're in for a bad time.
Oh, I thought you could. That was it. That was the only thing you had to say. No, look, man, if you're starting Baker Mayfield, that's a tough pill to swallow. This better be a 3-quarterback league. And even then, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd take the
Look,
bench before I took the negative points.
yeah, they're finally moving on from Tom Brady, and it comes at a cost. They're now rolling into the season with Kyle Trask or Baker Mayfield as their potential QB1. I think this team is going to struggle heavy and trying to win games. As another team that will be in the Caleb Williams, Drake May, raffle. I think the obvious value pick here is Rachaad White going at pick 67. I'm not saying he's going to be putting up running back one numbers, but I feel like he has the whole backfield to himself, and I can see him being a bell cow type of work as their primary running back. So
I like Rachaad White. I've liked him last season. I also kind of like Chris Godwin. He's been around the league. He's been doing his thing. I really like Chris Godwin. I like him as a receiver. But other than that, that's really it. Like, there's nothing else. I don't want Mike Evans this season. I think that he's going to be overdrafted. That's it. That's it. That's it from the team.
There's no one. Like, it's all very bleh to me.
If it's not the Cardinals getting Caleb Williams, it's going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I mean, that's my two spots where I think he goes. So
I'm stunned that they have a 5-win over under. Stunned.
They still have a pretty decent defense. Something crazy, but it's decent.
They don't have an offense to speak of right now, and that's the thing. Like, if it is Baker, maybe Baker showed up a little more with the Rams. Maybe he's got something. Who knows? But and Vegas knows. But I don't.
Vegas always knows.
They do. They really do. What do we got next?
That's it. It's all. It's the entire division.
Is it?
Yeah.
We did that in 12 minutes.
Yeah, 12 minutes.
We're breaking the third wall so many times this episode. Yeah. So many times. All right. Well, I guess then that is it. So if you guys could please hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let us know what you guys are thinking. Let us know how much you hated my takes or Brennan's takes or Brennan's dad jokes. Please let me know how funny
or
mine
your dad
were.
Jokes.
Mine were good. Mine were good. And until next time, guys, we will see you later.